And I'm going to go live a little early. There we go. I forgot to grab my keyboard. Where's my wireless keyboard? There it is. I forgot that today. Wrong way. Partially blind when I'm wearing a headset on my head. Who thought? Okay. We go. Oh, wrong way. That's the right hand, that's the left hand. There we go. Okay. Let me let everyone know that's going on in Discord. There we go. And that should do it. Okay. Don't know if anyone's here today or not. Okay, are we live? Yes, we're live, I think. Hello, everyone. Kit's not here today because reasons. He said to say hi. I found this world. It's literally just stars. That's it. I just started off in this world just to get everything running. Yeah. I'm almost tempted to go to a public world, but knowing how some people can act a little bit, well, I might be best if I don't. Yeah. But let's see what other worlds are available for today. I can't even pronounce the name of that world. Something house? Planter? I'm going to take a look and let's see if it's actually anything interesting. If it's just a terrible looking copy and paste assets, then we'll go somewhere else. Aw, it's good to see Andy. But yeah, we're just checking out this place real quick to see if it's any good. If it's just copy and pasted assets, which, yeah, it is, we'll go somewhere else. It's pretty bland, to be honest. I've seen worlds created by a lot of more people that have at least some talent in VR. FNAF. Let's see, what else have we got here? Nope, we got not really anything else interesting here. Nothing too interesting in the new world section. I do know of one world. Let me go to my favourite section though. That's why I have that. To see if there's anything interesting. Oh, here we go. Friends Plus. Let's go there, because this world's kind of boring. So this world we're going to is actually quite cool. It has working instruments. Here we are. So I know this world is fine for me to have the audio playing for the most part. This is a hand pan. So what I can do is I'm going to set a couple of them up. So one here. And one here. Okay, I want to set them so the high side is facing, one side's facing the high notes and one side's facing the low notes. Okay, so that's the high notes here. And there's the low notes. Oh! I don't even know how I did that one. Oh, hey, Leica.
Hi.
Kit's not joining us. He's doing something.
Oh, okay.
How am I doing today, Andy? I'm doing great. Kit's not here today, unfortunately, because reasons. He said something about doing something with his brother, I think. Yeah. Okay. So, if I remember right, I have these set up just correctly. Whoops. Gotta remember the grab buttons are different to the... There we go. So that's how you make music with these things. I actually occasionally come on here and actually just play these. I do record my sessions occasionally too. Sometimes I get quite a rhythm going too. Yeah. How have you been doing, Leica?
Here and there, but alright mostly.
Well, that's good. I've been just 3D printing stuff. I got some really cool filament today. It's called bi-coloured filament. So what it is instead of there just being one solid colour, the filament is two halves joined together. So think of a cylinder that's cut in half, and one side is green and the other side's blue. So when it's printing, one side of the 3D print will be one colour and the other will be the other colour. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered it. It was only I think it was $40-something. But it'll be very interesting to see how it turns out when I print with it. It'll be the first time I've used this stuff.
Yeah.
Rotate it a little bit more. There we go. Like that. Okay. Gotta remember that the same button so that I can have one finger pointing is the same button that is also grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, so I am going to be making a heap more stuff for the FurCon coming up. Been 3D printing quite a lot of stuff. Currently, I'm 3D printing a name tag with my name on it. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm using two different colours of material, so I've got to kind of watch my 3D printer every so often. So if I suddenly decide to do something, I'll be most likely just changing the filament colour on my 3D printer, which doesn't take more than a minute at most.
Yeah.
At least. It depends. Like, sometimes it does take a little longer if it gets a little jammed up. I have to get the tools out and loosen a few bolts to get to the head, because sometimes filament gets a little bit jammy in there, because, well, reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I have gotten, oh, that reminds me, one of the avatars that I found recently, or a friend actually showed me, was this really interesting avatar right here. I thought it was quite interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have any features. Toggles.
Cool.
Hypno eyes. Something. Sniff. Warmers. Hoodie. Ooh, cool. Okay, that looks really cool. Let me get the camera so I can be able to get closer. Okay, this actually looks quite cool.
Yeah.
What else has it got? Immersion slider. Let's see. Okay, so this allows me to change the brightness of the avatar. I think that looks about right there.
Interesting.
Hue.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You can have to change the color of the avatar.
That's cool.
I'm going to go with a light green. There we go. Kind of like an emerald green. Ear scale.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So you can actually make the ears bigger or smaller. I think they're fine like that.
Yeah.
Tails. Tall, fluffy, spiky. Tall and fluffy. Tall scale. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Huh. Yeah.
What's tall scale? Oh, tail scale. Okay, so you can have to have the tail smaller or bigger. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes it spiky? Yeah, interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with that one. But yeah, there's a lot of toggles on this. Fluff. Okay. A lot of fluff. Options there. They're all active too, so... Okay. Body shape. Hips. Okay, so it's got a whole lot of options. You can even change the gender on it. Ha! Well, how about that?
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really play them on desktop, unfortunately. Due to them requiring... Because the avatar... It's a collider thing, so when you actually touch them, they actually work. Hello, A. Johnson. Oh, thank you, Andes. Love you too. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I've just been chilling on here with my friend Leica. We're just trying out hand pans in VR. These things, by the way, are really hard to manufacture. They're handmade by using same kind of tools used for making panels for cars, but at a very different level. Because certain spots on the hand pan are thinner than others. Like, some of them are really thin, only like barely a mil thick of material. And it gives it its unique sounds. I actually looked at the cost of one of these things. It costs the same as some like drum sets and guitars, like thousands of dollars for one of these instruments. Yeah, but if you were to get one of these and take good care of it, it would last you a very long time. Yeah, you just play them with your hands by just gently tapping your hands on them. 71 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. Dang. Oh, that's a bit spicy. Yeah.
They'll probably be dead.
Oof.
But actually, I don't know. It's just England doesn't get that warm, so who
Yeah.
knows?
It surprisingly gets various over here. Like, sometimes it get into the 30s to 40s where we are, if it gets that hot.
Yeah.
And then it gets down to almost minuses sometimes. Like, a few years back, it actually snowed. It snowed where I live. That's a very rare thing.
Yeah.
New Zealand's kind of like subtropical in ways. Like, we actually have like the equivalent of forests that kind of look a bit tropical if you're in them. Boy, do the trees grow big. Like, we've got trees that are over thousands of years old. They're just massive. Yeah, you're standing up in front of one of those things, you definitely feel small. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like 30-ish is probably the highest it gets.
Oh,
here, but I don't remember.
Change back into my Protogen avatar. Yeah. Let's see. Worlds. First up, just a moment. World audio. I got to turn that off before we go to any other worlds because some of them do have copyrighted music playing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, a few of them are a bit like that, but some of them are pretty cool. We'll try going to this world, but it may cause me issues with streaming it because VR chat is pretty demanding, especially when you're running VR and OBS at the same time. Here we go. Let's go to world.
Makes sense.
Yeah. We are going to a very interesting looking world. This world is kind of interesting for a whole bunch of reasons. So, let me get the camera out a bit. There we go. Maybe I might just up a tad. There. Okay, it's running at 40. That's pretty okay. If it was running in the 20s, I probably wouldn't consider staying very long. Because otherwise, it's not really that good for my eyes. Gets a little bit annoying and... Anyways, so this world, there's one very interesting feature. I'm going to show you that right now. The world has... The entire floor section of this world is a mirror. And there goes a whale. Hey. And now it's raining. Yeah. So, this entire world is literally a giant mirror on the floor. It's quite beautiful, actually. When you actually do come here. What's the name of this world again? Let me see. Ship in the Clouds. It's actually a ship. And here's Leica. Hopefully he's not having too many issues with this world. There you are.
Yeah.
Hopefully this world isn't going to give you too many issues.
Hasn't in the past, so... Yeah.
Cool. So, this world is literally one giant mirror, if you look down.
Yeah.
The floor is a mirror. Mm-hmm. So there's a perfect example. You can see his legs. But yeah. Tornado ripped through Oklahoma. Severe weather. Oof. That's not pleasant. Yeah, we don't really get tornadoes over here. We occasionally get a bit of a cyclone action.
Here either.
We got cyclones not too long ago up in Auckland. let's put it this way, they weren't
Yeah.
pleasant. They were quite problematic, is the best word
What's the
for today.
What's the difference between a cyclone and a tornado?
Well, tornado small, cyclone big. Very big. Let's put it this way, the eye of the storms are nearly like nearly the size of a freaking continent in some instances. Like, or you could essentially have the eye of a storm be miles in size. You can see it from space. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Mainly a cyclone you can kind of consider as a giant storm in its own right. Whereas a cyclone is more of a weather phenomena. Like, I mean, a hurricane or a tornado is more of a weather phenomena more than a storm in its own right.
Yeah.
I'm probably butchering a whole bunch of stuff, but that's just what I know. Yeah. There's also like a whole bunch of like things. We occasionally may get water spouts, which, if you did not know, are the equivalent of a small tornado, but on the sea.
Yeah.
Those suck up a heat of water as they go along and spread up into the air. Just be glad I don't live in Australia where they have something called fire tornadoes. Literally.
Oh yeah, those.
Tornadoes made of fire. Ouch.
Australia is the Dark Souls of real life.
True. Everything's out to get you.
Everything is... Exactly.
There was a song that someone sung with a guitar and it just... Oh god, it was hilarious. Essentially, everything pretty much wants you. Wants to either eat you or wants to leave you in a pile of your own various fluids. Let's leave it at that in the most politest way of speaking.
And even if they don't, they're still capable of doing so.
Yep. Yeah. Kangaroos want to beat you up, that's for sure. Shark wants to eat you. Snake wants to bite you with hurt juice. And, of course, spiders just do the exact same thing as the snakes. And then there's all kinds of other creepy crawlies and unmentionable beasts out there in that part of the world. I'm just living here in New Zealand.
It's the Dark Souls.
I'm just living here in...
Dark Souls of real life.
Here in New Zealand, where only a few animals ever really bother people. Most of the time, if it's anything that's going to beat you up, it's another person. If ever.
Yeah, same here, really.
You're in Britain.
Well, you know, people getting stabbed and whatnot.
Oi, please don't put that in me. That's kind of rude of you.
Oi, you got a license for that, bruv.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I thought I would, also, something really interesting I've been looking at doing at some point is, I will be getting another avatar.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about getting another dragon model at some point. I've looked around. There are a few available ones out there that have really nice looks to them. I am probably going to first get an anthro dragon of some kind. I have looked at one model that looks really beautiful. The model that's publicly on VR chat is PC only, so I'd have to talk with the developer of it to see if it's even capable of being set up for Quest compatibility, because some avatars are known for having issues working on Quest due to just the way they're made is the best way. But the current model I'm looking at is called the Primus Dragon. This one.
Alright.
this model I might end up getting. By the way, I'm planning on my next
When it
fursuit.
loads in.
Yeah. I am planning on getting my next fursuit.
Yeah, with mine.
I'm planning on actually getting it to kind of look a bit like this.
Yeah, with mine it's just like the website says the quotes are open, but the Twitter account says they're not, so I'm not actually sure, like,
Most likely
if
they
they're
forgot to
actually
update their
available to be
website.
commissioned or not.
They have yet to update their website.
Or the Twitter account.
Bingo. Either one of the two. Usually it's the website that they just forget to update. You can always try and contact them to see what they're up to.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, just like privately DMing them and just being like, since your website says you are open and your Twitter account says you're not, which one is it?
Hello.
Like, which one's the case?
Just to let you know your microphone's off.
Yeah. If you have one, that is.
Okay.
Random person EXE has stopped working. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Yeah, that's good.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm alright, you?
Good. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I've been at the library all day after school, so I was like, yay!
Yeah. Oh, just to let you know, I'm live streaming.
In the new. Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I normally put my account to set to ask, but I forget sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have mine on ask, so no one can randomly join from me.
Yeah.
Would you like me to
It's up to you. I'm not.
Alright.
I'm not gonna force you to.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to stay. Chat.
Yeah.
Not much else is happening.
Well, I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll let you guys have fun and stream.
Okay.
Oh, one thing.
Yeah?
I keep seeing in the news. I keep seeing in the news about New Zealand. You
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah, we're fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like it hit the entire country. And I was
Oh,
scared.
the cyclone? Yeah, that hit the top of North Island. I'm fine. I'm in the South Island.
Okay. And who? What the?
Oh yeah, the whale.
That's so cool.
Yay.
Yep.
Ooh. Well, I'm not gonna interrupt your stream any longer. I hope you have a great night.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Micah.
Bye.
Oh, they were nice. Sometimes I get people dropping in to just say hi. Sometimes they get a little bit confused when they realise I'm streaming, and it happens. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, my fursuit. I am planning on getting one that looks a bit like this. So I'm probably going to end up taking some photos. Actually, I can just do that right now. And
Yeah, I also did.
Yeah.
I also did a bit more reading on the website, and it said that for like multiple colors and patterns would probably like cost more than the like
base price
for the partial. So yeah. But we'll see about that when the time comes.
Your one's pretty basic. It's a fox with some pretty basic patterns. So I wouldn't be surprised if it only costed you a bit more, considering it isn't like something like patterns like, for instance, swirls, heaps of stripes and all that commonly feature. They cost a lot more because obviously there's a lot more sewing and material costs involved with making a fursuit like that, especially the labour.
Well, yeah, it is just. Well, yeah, it is just like stripes that are the
On the
like
face?
patterns. Yeah, there's one on the left or right side of the face. There's three
yeah.
on the back. There's two on each arm, and I think the legs as well. Yeah,
That's
two on the legs
pretty
as well.
basic, so I wouldn't expect it to cost too much. Like, patterns,
Yeah.
for instance, anything like curls or complex shapes or like things like that may cost a lot more because of their design just being a lot more complex to cut out
Yeah.
and sew, especially. But yeah, I am going to be getting another fursuit at some point down the line. From a maker here in New Zealand that I know and trust. They're very nice and they're a very sweet natured person, and they're the
Yeah.
kind of person that wants to make sure they finish what they do. They're kind of a little bit random how they do stuff, but at the same time they're not what's the bestest word for it? They don't forget to do what they're doing. They just do everything kind of in their own
Yeah.
time. But they do give me updates and reasons when they don't do something within a certain time, because unfortunately the fursuit maker that I know, they got hit by the hurricane worse for where some of their stuff got damaged, but they're okay. Their pets are okay. Their family seems to be okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Kit. Good to see you, bud. Yeah. Yeah.
Yee.
It's good to see you. Kit's in the live stream chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, bud, it's okay if you had to take some time to do something with your brother. Totally understand. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still chatting with Leica here. We've just been chatting about fursuits and stuff. Yeah.
Yep, and the circumstances the circumstances around me getting one.
Yeah. You'll get one eventually.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of different groups and places. I would say start talking with other fursuiters in around where you live and see if they know like deer makers or they know ones that are decent and trustworthy. They may be able to find one for you.
The only other
Oh, yeah.
furries I've seen in person were the ones at that anime and gaming convention I went to like a week
yeah.
or two ago.
There's most likely a lot of fursuiters on Twitter or other socials that are within your area.
Yeah.
Other social platforms as well, but yeah, you might be able to find out info.
Yeah, of course.
I'll keep an eye out for other fursuit makers that are in the UK. There are also fursuit makers that I know that will ship abroad. It'll just cost more. If worse goes to where
Yeah, I'd rather stick to.
local.
I'd
Yeah.
rather just stick to UK because I don't want to deal with that BS. So
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, A. Johnson. I'll see you later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I was only able to find one maker that's within my price range. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely worthwhile to see what you can come up with, though. Yeah.
Of course. It's like, yeah, I know my dad said that my grandmother could try and make one, but I doubt she could because
Yeah.
of how like complicated it is.
It's a very complicated and tedious process making a fursuit head, let alone something more complex. Like, making a pair of hand paws is pretty easy, or a tail.
Yeah.
But making a head is very... It takes a bit of practice to get something that looks semi-decent, such as for what Kit made me.
Yeah.
That I'd call a fairly decent head. It's really solid, it's very well built, and honestly, I'm very proud of that one. That's always been one of those ones that I enjoy, and most likely will keep around even if I did get a new one, because honestly, it means a lot. He made it for me. Yeah. Hey, Kit, be proud of what you create, because honestly, I really love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be getting some other stuff from Kit at some point. He said he's making a tail.
Alright.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that when he's got the chance to make it. He's been very busy, as obviously, with everything he does. And also...
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's been running his own YouTube channel, obviously, and other important stuff. And yeah, I've been literally flat out lately. Obviously making videos, 3D printing, going out places, recording videos, literally going places. But definitely love going public fursuiting. It's always a blast. At some point, once I get myself a full fursuit, it'll be a real blast to see.
Yeah, same
Greg
with
looks softer
me, really.
than a blanket. Aw. Yes.
Yee.
Yee. Really do enjoy this model. I am going to look for this one on some of the VR chat avatar places. Essentially, think of the equivalent of eBay or Amazon, but for buying VR chat avatars. There are these places you can buy them.
Yeah.
One of them is VRC Arena, and I think there's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it does the exact same thing. And a lot of these places also sell other things, such as buying assets. So you can make worlds, or you can buy clothes for avatars. Buying all that stuff. Once you've got those things as well, you can be able to use them for other avatars if you can get them to fit, too. So it's not just a one-off purchase for one avatar. A lot of people get really creative with things. Especially me. I've made my own avatar stuff for my own avatars. For instance, this one, if it works properly, it does in this world. Sometimes some worlds cause the shaders to go really wonky. I don't know why, but it's just a weird thing. But this avatar, I created my own pool toy for this one. I literally made that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly proud of the fact that I was able to make that model, and then I gave it to a friend who knew how to do Unity stuff. They then updated the model to have this in it. Instead of updating the other model, we just uploaded it as that. So instead of worrying about if something crashed, we'd have to reload everything again. So it's just easier to make a second model. Honestly, not too bothered by it. It just gives me options.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, the pool toy thing doesn't work for PC, for Quest, unfortunately, due to some issues. But the fact that the model's still visible to people, the avatar itself is still visible, is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's my 3D print looking? Oh, turn the other way because it'll be twisting a 360. Okay, time to switch filament in a few minutes, I think. Actually, I might just do that once it's finished that layer. Oh yeah, gotta wait until it's finished the layer. It's still working on it. Yeah, my 3D printer. Watching a 3D printer and doing a stream at the same time. How about that? I could technically almost put I could almost put a webcam and have it facing the printer so people could see what I'm looking at. I just need to
Yeah.
I just need to find a way to mount it to the printer somehow. It'd just be a matter of finding a simple bracket that I could able to bolt onto somewhere onto the printer that won't bother the printer. Because if I put it in the wrong place, it will get hit by the printer's many moving parts. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to a different world. I've got quite a few interesting places. Where's one of them? Been there plenty. Let's see here. Oh, let's go here. Oh no, that world's pretty.
Right.
Sorry, that was the wrong world. Here we go. New instance. Friends Plus. Let's drop a portal right over here. Whee! I forgot to pick up the camera. Whoops. That stuff happens. Floof blanket. I may just... Yeah. Soon. I might just put it on now, actually. So, while the world is loading, I'm going to quickly pause my 3D printer and quickly swap the filament. I'll be right back. Okay, all I gotta do is just swap the filament. Okay, pause, confirm. Wait until it's just... There we go. And then I've just got to quickly swap the filament type from copper filament to a golden coloured filament. Whoops. Need to hold on to that tighter. There we go. And now I just swap the filament from the brass, the copper to the brass coloured filament, or gold as they call it. Okay. Come here, you. There we go. Now I need to quickly swap that in while I'm still doing stuff. There we go. There we go. Just gotta thread this in. It does take a little bit of elbow grease to get it to go sometimes. Come on. Nearly there. Oop. Come back here, you. I need that. Put that part back on. Come on. There we go. Sorry I'm taking so long, guys. I'm literally... Okay, there we go. Print. By now, the world should have loaded for you guys. Sorry for that. Yep, that's good. Okay, now that I'm actually back in VR, we are in a Half-Life world. This is literally Half-Life Alyx. Someone managed to get the assets and upload them to VR. It's actually pretty cool looking. So it's various cameras and all kinds of crazy stuff. Over this way, it's a blocked doorway there. Over here. So, in here, let me just get the camera right. Move camera out, down. Oops. Clipped into like it with the camera. Let me just try and get the camera right. Behind me is a creature. Anchor position. Local. Okay. There we go. So, right behind me is a creature that I could able to feed. Stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just go like this. How about that? Cute.
Hmm.
There's also a video camera that's pointing at something in the window. Huh, I can interact with it. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about all, unless they've added something more to this place. Oh! There's an elevator button over here.
Okay.
So, default. Let me grab this. There's a working elevator button. I did not notice it until now.
Hmm.
Oh, it just turns on a mirror.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm like thinking, oh, this is going to go somewhere. Nope. Just nope.
Nah.
That'd be funny if it's like you've been trolled moment.
Yep.
Ooh, marker.
Hmm.
That didn't quite work, but Oh, I can just rotate the camera that way. Oh, it didn't even show up in the camera. Holy moly. Well, that's annoying. I did an oh whoa on the glass and it didn't even... It must be a weird shader issue thing.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh well. I think that's about it in this world. But yeah. God damn it. I just want to thwap that bottle off the edge.
Yep.
The printer's working fine, is it? Yep, it's doing its thing to the looks of it, my printer is. Printer is doing printing things. Okay. Let's see what other worlds I've got. Yeah. Ooh, no. Name of that world just says it all. Oh. There is a world that I want to go to, but I didn't save it, so I have to go to a... maybe not. It's, I'd have to make sure to save that next time before I start a stream. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Went there last time. That room's a little bit cursed. Oh, this will be interesting. New instance. Rotate. Here we go. Just drop it right here. Whip. This world might be a bit interesting. As of what it is, it looks like a desert. Yeah. You there still, Kit? Or are you doing stuff, I'm guessing? I'm guessing Kit's doing stuff. Oh, well. Yeah. I hope he's having a good day. Ugh. Just gotta wait until the timer thing is doing its thing. It's just loading the world right now. Sorry for the long waits, but some worlds obviously are a little bit, yeah. Now it's now it's loading the world. It was downloading all that information. uh, okay. We're in a desert. Dessert. Dessert. Yeah. Yeah. This reminds me of some sort of a dev game I once saw. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like a dev game where you could able to play. You could be able to go around in a giant desert, and there was heaps of vehicles you could ride around, and kind of looked a bit like this. It had, although it had heaps of cell shading, kind of similar to Borderlands, and it was a shooter kind of in a way, or more or less the vehicles had big cannons on them. Ah, there we go. There's Leica. Welcome to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Tatooine.
Pretty much. There are things watching us all over the place. Like up on the hill behind you. Over there. Look where I'm pointing. Up on the hill, there's something watching us. Let me rotate the camera around so you guys get to see. And I'll zoom it in. You can see up on the hill there are things watching us.
Yeah.
And even over there too. Huh. How about that? Oh well. There we go. But yeah, I think there's something over here if I remember right. Huh. What is this?
Not sure.
It's a puzzle.
Ah. Yeah, I hate puzzles.
I think I didn't get it right anyways. It don't open. I can't even keep track of that one.
No.
It's one of those really weird worlds that I've seen a few of that you can able to mess around with, and it's a puzzle world. Yeah. But it's a desert that I thought looked real cool.
Yay.
Hello, Brex. Regression the Wolf? Hello, you're back. Yes, I am. Although I never left. I don't think I ever left. Did I? No. Let's see here. My various lists of worlds. Let's see. Oh, this is one of my friend's worlds that he made. Wasn't that much to it. It was pretty basic. Cyberpunk stuff. Flight simulator. Oh, how about this? New instance. Dropping some portal action over here. Here we go. No, not my ears. This next world looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's over 125 megabytes. Although it's it's downloading pretty quick. Hello, Peaches. Good to see ya. Yeah. There we go. What else is around here? Let's see. Little picnic. Bread and other stuff. What we got here? Mirrors. There's a little wee like cabin over here, a little like log house. That's cute. I'm almost tempted to see where that road goes to at some point. Sometimes they do have funny things hidden away in some worlds like this if you actually look. Yeah. There you are. Yeah. I'm doing good, Peaches. I feel like if Peaches walk around here, okay, it would tickle Volk. Aww. May join a bit, save. Need to save convert. I've just finished editing day 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. Heaps of plushies. Ooh. What else have we got over here? Oh, you're gonna love this. There's Fox plushies.
Yeah.
There you go. There's Fox plushies.
Yeah.
Floof. Let me move the camera outways a bit. If I can. Come on. It's not wanting to agree with me. There we go. And then I can
Like just chilling in bed.
Huh? Local. There we go.
Aki just chilling on his bed.
Oh, yeah. Let me just try and get the camera.
Obviously, it's not Aki, but.
Oh, that. The video player.
Yeah, even though it's a raccoon and not a tanuki.
Yeah. Snuggles. Big adorable fox plush. You can just sit him down here on this pillow. Flop. Roll. Perfectly rolls onto his back onto the bed. Yeah. Respawn. Yeah, it's one of those worlds I thought I'd check out. What else is there? Ooh. That's cute. Little plush drag. Yeah. Perfect. I'm taking pictures of that. That's cute. Eee. I think there's a little bit of an area, downstairs area. Yep, there is. Down over here. Oh my golly golly gosh. There are a lot of pictures down here.
Yep.
Holy
Yes,
moly.
indeed.
Here's some really cute ones.
Yep.
Heh. I swear I recognise one of these people, but maybe it might be a different person. Yeah,
No,
I know a
definitely don't.
few people who may stream on Twitch, but it may be another person. I'm sure of it. Just slightly similar colorings on their avatar.
Yeah,
Maybe it was an older version of their one, but who knows?
maybe.
And there's a bed.
Yup.
Yeah. That's about it here. Huh, there's actually a boat. That's kind of cool. Just a moment.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, boat.
Yeah, there's a boat down there.
That's kind of cool. Bring the camera back in and set it back to local. There we go. You don't see a lot of those style chairs like this one. They're not that common anymore. They're like a 60s or 70s thing. These massive, oversized chairs that were like a kind of like pod design.
Yep.
Yeah. You might get lucky if you
Seems like it'd
see
be more
these.
of a futuristic thing.
Yeah. It was definitely a thing for its period. Yeah. Quite interesting.
Yep.
What else does this world have? Oh, god damn me.
Yeah.
That's annoying. I keep going to you. You keep yawning. I think there's some sort of a road over here I want to go and investigate. Yeah, let's just go and take a quick walk over this way and see if this goes anywhere. And if it does, I'm going to be kind of stunned. Not a lot of worlds do have stuff go very far. No, it don't. It looks like it's a dead end.
Most likely.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it just goes into a dead end wall. Plonk.
Definitely.
Yep. Oh well, I think that's about that for this world. Worlds 2. Let's see here. That world does take a while to load. Let's find one that's not too intensive and isn't too big. Okay, I keep going down there, so let's see if there's anything up here that's more interesting. Okay. Here we go. New instance. Dropping a portal right here. Blah. Hopefully this world isn't too big. Egg chair. Best place in UK for food. Oh, yeah. How would one give a protogen a smooch work? God damn it. Yeah. Loading the world now. You can just see the remotes. God damn it. There we go. And it is loaded. So this is called Astral Bounds. Now, this world has a whole lot to it. It looks really beautiful. Let me show you. That's basically why. Quite beautiful. Yeah. This world has a whole bunch of stuff. Let me see if I can find... There it is. This barrier was constructed a long ago to preserve the dream realm. If you wish to release a star, a tide used to rope swing. Yeah. So this world has a whole bunch of really cool stuff. Yeah, this way.
Yeah, been here with Bernard Autocrat, I think, kit as well.
Yeah. I brought quite a few people here. To show them this world just because of how... Yeah. Cheer. Kissing a proto would be the definition of kissing a computer screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boing. 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 What's this? Yeah. Makes the water all sparkly.
Yeah.
And I can actually swim in this world because the world has swimming colliders. I'm invisible in the water. God damn it. I'm literally just a face in the water.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can change that. Swap to my other avatar. There we go. Yep, now it works.
Alright.
But yeah, you can swim in this world by literally just going like this. Unfortunately, I keep grabbing the screen instead of that because of the reach distance being weird. But yeah, I can swim in VR. It's a bit of an exercise, but you can do it. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh. And I'll bring this down here. That is insane, looking back up there. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing. Okay. Let's bring the camera so that I can be able to have it in front of me. Okay. That's what I see. That is a massive barrier that we're about to go and try and crack. Using some magic. Magica.
Yeah.
Okay, so up we go. Yep. Okay. And there is an elevator. Elevator. Okay. He didn't take the elevator, he took the stairs. Oh no, there you are. Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, through here and up here. I believe through this door right here. And right in front of me is this crystal thing. This is what we're here for. Pew!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't swap it around because it's on localized. Never mind. We gotta go back this way now. And I give it a tug. And we go over here. This has a beautiful sound to it. Unfortunately, I can't play it. But it's still a really cool light show for everyone to see. Okay. And there we go. I believe this world is Quest compatible. Yes, it is. And there we go. Let me just bring the camera back down. But yeah, this world is literally a giant. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Star Show.
Yeah, beautiful.
Definitely.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from anchor mode to default and then rotate it around so I can show you what I'm seeing. That's what I'm saying. So it's bringing all that up to that barrier, and it's going to try and crack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks beautiful. And there it goes.
Yep.
Let's go to the other side where it's actually going. It's going, and gone if we don't get there. It's really cool. There we go. Whip. And here it is on the other side. And
Yep.
it's creating a giant amount of light and various effects. Okay, let's bring this out and up a little bit. There we go. Oh, set to local. There we go.
Yeah.
It's making a big ring, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Most people should be able to join. This is a Quest compatible world.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed now.
Okay, bud. You have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, it's always good having you around, bud.
Yeah, it's good being here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
It's always good having him around. But yeah, this is one of those really cool things that I enjoy coming to watch. Yeah. But yeah, you should be able to join this even if you're on just standalone. Send invite. There we go. Yeah. This world is quite beautiful. Yeah. Definitely would love to see some more stuff like this on VR chat instead of just some basic rooms. Like, I see some pretty basic stuff. It's like, when you've seen one, you've seen all kind of deal. And then I come to these worlds and I'm just like, this is beautiful. Yeah. Looks amazing. And blah. That looks awesome. There we go. Oh, here's Peaches. I think he just arrived. And I'm just going to go here and there. Hey, bud.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. I'm just chilling and such.
Well, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just working on Confuzzled Day 3 of the 2022 footage.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. I've just ordered more.
But there's like 5 days of footage. It was like 70 gigabytes. That's what's taking so long to do.
Yeah. I'm probably going to end up taking with me a hard drive and a whole bunch of SD cards to the next convention I'm going to. Luckily, when I got a new camera recently, that has that came with a free card, an SD card.
Nice.
128 gigs. They normally cost about like over $60 where I'm at for that kind of storage space.
Yeah.
Um,
Been around 30 quid here, but yeah.
hello,
My camera's max on that.
hello, Nikki Kit. How you doing? If I'm pronouncing your name right, sorry if I ain't. We're just chilling in VR and enjoying the magical experiences that are in this amazing looking world. Yeah. I find something interesting. The camera I got also is like probably the bestest camera I've had in a long time. Most of the cameras I've got are tops 1080p with some resolution boost to them, but most of them normally just get 1080p basic, which is okay for the most part. But most of the photos that have gotten with this new camera have been amazing. They managed to have pretty decent output. Hello! Oh, hey, Kit. You're still here. It's good to see you still here, bud. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, bud. Yeah, I'm not the bestest with names, but I do try to remember them when I can. Yeah. 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 Hope you're doing well, Kit. How you doing, bud? You doing all good? Yeah, Kit couldn't join us today, Peaches, because he was doing something with his brother, if I remember right. He was, I think, helping him with something, or they're planning to do some sort of I can't remember. Yeah.
There's I mean, my main camera's pretty old. I use a Nikon P500.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, P550, I think it is.
Then,
And that's like 2012, I think. But it's still, it's an 80p and can do like 42 times zoom on it.
this camera is...
So that one's still really good for camera stuff.
It's a Canon, and it's a 16 megapixels camera. It's called a SX170IS, I think. Has a 16 times zoom.
Oh, nice.
Takes really decent quality pictures. Yeah. That's good. Well, yeah. Also, did you hear what I was saying? I think a few minutes last world I was in, or was it the world before that? I was saying how my next fursuit, by the way, Kit. There we go. So my next fursuit will look kind of like this, at least kind of in the head. I'm planning on getting something that looks a bit like this. With ears and everything. Yeah. I am going to be looking at getting one of my fursuit makers over here in New Zealand. Oh gosh, my jandal just broke. Bugger.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to get a new jandal. I've had these ones for quite a few months. They've actually lasted a very long time, surprisingly. Oh well. New jandals. Gonna have to go get some. Oh well. I can make a temporary fix on them later once I get off of VR chat. So that I could be able to walk somewhere and go and grab a new pair. Jandals, by the way, are essentially my shoes. Because, 1, they are easy to wear. 2, I don't have to constantly worry about looking for socks. And 3, they're easy to wear. Yeah. I do wear boots and other stuff when I'm walking around through thicker scrub or doing heavy work. But thank God someone invented lightweight footwear that doesn't weigh you down. Oh, you're back, A. Johnson.
With
Good to
me,
see
I
you.
just wear my shoes till they have holes in them.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've got a pair of military grade.
Because for me, I have size 12, I think it is in UK, which is like size 13 in America, which is annoying.
I know.
Because getting shoes can be a pain.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 different sizes systems that I'm aware of. China uses their own, Europe uses their own, US uses their own. Good luck! Yeah. It goes down a long way.
Yeah, probably should not jump down.
Yeah, it takes a while to
I think I got
respawn.
myself stuck in the fence. Oh no.
Respawn. Might have to respawn, buddy.
Yeah, I've got myself stuck in the fence.
You got himself stuck. Oh, cuddles your toe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, so this build's one of those really cool ones I thought I would show off. I think you've been here, but I don't know.
Might have been, I'm not too sure though. But eventually I want to see if I can get myself in like version 1 of the 5 or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard they're
Because
okay. You will need to set
What's
up
a little
trackers.
bit irritating with... Yeah. What's a bit irritating with VR is if you quest and someone puts down one that's PC world only, yeah, you can't join.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's a bit annoying.
So take that, folks. If you want to get yourself VR, and you're planning on using something like VR chat, I recommend, just as much as he is, either a Vive or some other headset that's PC VR from the get-go. As convenient as a Quest is for like portability, like if you're just playing lightweight games, fair enough, useful for that. But if you're playing things like, for instance, VR chat, which has a lot of different things going on, and like particle effects and a whole bunch of stuff, there can be times where you will want a computer. Even when worlds are made for Quest, they may not run that well. As well as, especially if, for instance, he joined me and I'm in a world and there's a lot of people, he's probably going to have a few issues with not only not being able to see a lot of the avatars, but also a lot of the avatars will cause lag. I can tell you that now, and I'm using a fairly decent PC. It's not the greatest, and I occasionally still get issues with lag. Loss of frame rate when you got a lot of people.
And occasionally with lag, if there's a lot of people in a session on Quest, it just kicks you out of the game pretty much.
Bingo.
There's a lot of people in the world.
Yep.
Because it's like, I can't handle this. Goodbye, pretty much.
All that can be seen
Well,
with
it's all right with
PC
some
VR on
worlds,
Quest.
but
Yes.
if you have too many people in a world, or if it's PC only, it doesn't work on Quest.
You can use it on. You
So
can
it's
use
kind of
them.
limited with what it works.
Yeah, you can use them on PC VR. For what my friend Kit, who does that, still requires a lot of power on your computer end though. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, if it's like, because obviously I've got Windows mixed reality. I know a lot of people who use Vive and other systems similar to Vive that require external trackers. I wonder, like, because I know some of the systems are a little bit more efficient in terms of how they run. Like, for instance, I wonder if Windows mixed reality is less demanding compared to Vive or Quest. That's a good question. Like, say if you try out each system on your same hardware you've got, if it would run better or worse. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Like the movies Chocolate Bear. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Deathwing Games. Good
But
to see you.
I mean, I've got some VR stuff that works well on Quest, but then some stuff you need a PC link cable, which
Yep.
fortunately mine's got the link cable and can handle it. But
Yeah.
stuff like LA Noir VR, which I haven't done yet, that might explode because that one is apparently not very good with optimization.
What did you say it was? LA Noir
And that's
VR.
Yeah, it's basically like a 1950s style like detective, and you go around
Oh, yeah.
and solve crimes and stuff. It's the one that's done by Rockstar Games.
I think I know the one.
It is
My
pretty
brother
good,
may have played
but-
it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good, but some people said it does work with Quest, but you need a link cable for it to work on Quest.
What's the name of the dragon avatar? Let me see. This one is called the Primus Dragon, I believe. Let me see here. Where is it? I've got it somewhere here. Primus Fluffy Dragon. Author is by the name of if that's a D or a B. I'm terrible with English because letters are always different on different devices. A D boy? A D boy or something? But yeah, it's a decent model actually. Yeah.
And that's another thing with Quest that mine, Volk is just for regular fox.
Yep.
Doesn't show up as the dragon. It just shows up as fox.
Yep. That's why I always tell people, if you can upload an avatar, upload it in compatibility, but I'm guessing for some reason they just haven't bothered.
Yeah, some though countable.
Yeah. I've got avatars
I
that
suppose that's one thing that's good with VR giants. Most of them are Quest and PC compatible avatars, but
yeah.
some of them it just shows up as the fallback, but it's not Quest compatible.
What I would love to see is, say, VR chat make a thing that allows you to select an avatar that is compatible for Quest and literally just have it set as a fallback. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense, because then you'd be able to not have to worry about that issue. Have a selected avatar that I want, and then just have that selected as a fallback. So I could just have one of my Protogen avatars
Yeah.
set to that. Yeah. That would be kind of
What
cool.
would be nice for them to do, and they haven't done yet, is for the PC only avatars, have it as like a low poly version for the Quest. So that they'll
That
say
may
it's
work.
PC only, but Quest may as well
Yeah.
be able to see it, but as a low poly version of it.
Yeah. There is a few things that I've been experimenting around with VR chat. You can now just set it so that people that aren't friended and a few other features, such as avatars, won't show up unless they're in a certain distance of you. So I have it set so that within 20 meters, avatars will load. Any further away, and they unload or don't load at all. It is a resource management system that is very useful, especially when you go to a public world and there's a lot of people around. It unloads avatars when you're not near them. So most likely you're not talking to that person or not noticing them. It will save on resources. Makes the PC run smoother, makes everything more easier to do. Hello, Protogen. Hello, you too. Boop. Yee. Years. Yeah. We'll be doing, I will be doing a furry memes later this week, maybe. If I ain't doing anything else. Don't really have much else to do because I'm running out of 3D filament because I used it all in my 3D prints. Go figures. Oh, my 3D printer's done. Nice. Stuck to the bed.
Yeah, mine needs eventually more filament, but I've also been looking how you recycle the filament.
It's a bit of a process recycling filament.
Yeah.
You can... Some places do take it. It depends who you are in the world, as it's quite costly to send the filament off to people to get it printed, to get it sent to recycle it. But it is doable if you really, really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it useful for
Hi,
if you've
Herobrine.
got failed print, you can recycle it?
Oh, yeah. There are machines you can buy, but they cost, put it this way, it would cost the equivalent of me buying 2 of the printers that I've currently got. Or more.
Pretty much. I mean, I've been looking at it, but I'm thinking of just
yeah.
developing a machine that does it, really.
You can...
The extruder stuff and that isn't expensive. It's mostly the shredder, as I found out, it's expensive.
Yep, a shredder. The piece.
It costs £200-300 for an industrial metal shredder.
Yep.
Which will do basically all of the filaments.
Yep.
So, I mean, a paper shredder would do the filaments, but
it may
you want to go with one of
struggle.
the metal industrials.
Yeah.
There's the metal industrial teeth ones, and we'll just chew through any filament.
Oh, yeah. If in chat, oof. Yeah.
Or you could just do the easy way of shredding filaments. Just throw it in a wood shredder. That would do it.
That may work. That or an old blender. So, the main thing, though, is getting a piece of equipment that can take the filament shreddings and then heat them up.
Melt it into new
and
filament.
Then, essentially, at the same time, it's like the equivalent of kind of like a mince grinder. How there's like a spiral worm gear that pushes it through the machine into a nozzle. As it comes out the nozzle, it's kept at a certain temperature and a certain tension, which determines the diameter of the filament, which is usually 1.75 millimeters. That then allows you to make the new filament. It's spooled onto a spool.
And then you can put it on a new spool.
Yep. The main thing is keeping the filament the right diameter. Too big, won't fit. Too small, and it won't print properly. You got to get it consistent. That's the main issue.
Yeah.
There have been people that have made 3D printer filament making machines that they've either 3D printed or have outright just made out of other materials. You could probably make quite a few of the parts using a 3D printer, by the way.
Yeah.
The main problem is getting the filament to be the right diameter, which requires a little bit of programming know-how, because you need to deal with Arduino boards to essentially there's a little wee sensor that measures the diameter of the filament.
Yeah.
So it knows the diameter of the filament, how wide it is, by essentially the equivalent of two little wee rollers that roll along the surface of the filament.
I think the easiest way to do that is probably get the extruder part and the controls of an Ender 3 Pro and just make that into the extruder part for a filament.
Possible.
Which is easy enough done.
You just need to have the way to measure the filament at that point and then relay the information back
calipers.
to the... It needs to be somehow
You can use
live.
calipers, but it'd have to be programmed.
It has to be programmed calipers that have rollers that can measure the distance between the rollers as the filament is being pushed between them or pulled through. That will allow you to measure your filament. Pretty cool, honestly. You get to see some really awesome things people make using both 3D printing and... Oh, the other one is using old bottles. Drink bottles. Soda bottles.
Yeah, I've seen
because,
that. You can use old bottles to make them.
Because, believe it or not, soda bottles and all that are made from a type of plastic called PETG, which is recyclable. You can melt that stuff down to make new bottles or filament. I haven't used PETG yet myself because I just haven't found a use case for it. I have used what are known as plastic alloys, which are things like PLA Plus or PLAF.
Yeah, I've been using PLA.
PLAF and PLA Plus have things like ABS mixed in with it in certain amounts. It's a little bit more harder and a little bit more higher temperature resilience. So it can handle being in the hot car without getting soft. Kind of like if you leave a if you leave a record in the car and you find it's all floppy. That's happened once. I regret it because that was a decent album and I wanted to listen to it on a record player. Oh well.
I think I've done that with CDs before. It's like, oh no.
Oh,
the CDs
that's harder to do.
Similar thing.
That's harder to do with a CD. I will say that because they're made out of a slightly more temperature resilient plastic, whereas a vinyl record is made of vinyl, which is soft, or more or less easy to soften with heat, with the type of vinyl that they're made out of. By the way, people still make records, and you know what they do? They literally get the old broken ones to make new ones. They'll literally buy the material of broken records to make new ones. How about that for recycled media?
I mean, I've even seen people 3D print records as well. It's like,
bruh, really?
Why?
They managed to actually do that? Holy moly.
They're actually being 3D printed ones.
That's clever. If you can actually manage to make it so it has the audio tracks inbuilt into each record when it's 3D printed, and then you can just put it on a standard LP record player, you'd be able to make an actual playable music disc format that you could load onto your printer you would need some kind of a program that takes your audio file and then transfers it to that so that it can be able to be made into an STL and then be turned into a G-code file and then printed. I would love to see. I'm going to actually look that up and see if that's a thing and see how easy it is, if possible, for me to make my own record. I do have a record player, but it only plays 45 LPs. Only the little wee ones. But you can fit a fair bit of audio onto one of those. Imagine just literally sliding one of those into, making one, sliding it into a record player cover, and then just literally giving it to someone that has a record player.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah. Also, my printer wouldn't be able to do the large LPs either. It would be a one-sided print unless you did like one side then the other and then glued them together.
Yeah.
Because it would be on the other side flat on the print bed. Yes.
And then the other thing I've been looking into, I might do, which might be really dumb, is see if I can 3D print a file from a floppy disk.
Oh.
Because I can't see why you can't do that. There's a floppy disk is just the right storage amount for
as
3D
long
print.
as the printer can read the format that it's in theory it's doable. The main issue is a lot of printers don't have a USB card slot, so you'd need a way to be able to adapt it to connect to a SD. You need to power the drive and then allow it to go through to that. It needs to think it's somehow... Yeah. Most
Fortunately
printers...
with mine, it's ND3.
Yeah.
It has a micro USB.
Yeah.
So you could micro USB to USB, then
long...
USB to the floppy disk drive.
As long as that USB is OTG or power out as well, it should, in theory, I'm saying this in theory, have enough power to charge and power a actual external floppy disk drive. In theory.
Probably, yeah.
If not, you're going to have to somehow do a bit of wiring work to even achieve that, so good luck. Yeah. Will be interesting. I definitely will look into the record thing, because that would be a very cool thing to see in action. There is a few of... I do have music, and that would be a kind of a cool thing to have a record that has my song on it, and then just play it over a record player.
Yeah.
It's not piracy when it's your own music.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
I do what I do and go and get music from like Epidemic Sound and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I want to use copyrighted music.
Here we go. Here's a really cool world
Because-
that I found. I'll drop a portal. This one is compatible. Runs really smooth, too. We're going to a interesting looking world. And I hope everyone who's been sticking around this long has had a brilliant day. We'll be ending the stream soonish, I think. I have to go do stuff. Yeah. And welcome to a PS2 classic.
I've just winded myself up in my own link cable.
Oh, bugger. Yeah.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. This is Metropolis.
Yeah, I need to do that on my channel at some point, funny enough.
Should be able to run it on a basic computer through an emulator.
Yeah. As I've looked on my PlayStation Plus Premium, you can get like 1, 2, and 3 Ratchet and Clank originals.
Oh, yeah. I don't even bother with that stuff. I
You
just
can get them all
emulate
for, like,
it through my
free.
PC. I can get it to run at
the only
60.
one I suppose... Yeah. I suppose the only one I use that's emulated is the NES Classic.
NES?
But mine might be
Never heard.
hacked. Yeah, the NES Classic.
Huh.
But I may have hacked mine so I can put like 700 games on it.
Nice. For the most part, don't bother paying for their
That's what
subscriptions.
most
I
people
should be
do
able
with
to.
those, actually.
I should be able to show you how to run emulation for PS2 later on. It'll save you a lot of money.
Well, PSX2. I think I do have PSX2, but
Yeah, I can show you and get all the games
I
later
haven't
on
got
too.
around to looking into how to get it to work.
Oh, you just need the BIOS. That's easy.
Yeah.
Hello, or
There's one
GIL.
PS2 game. Yeah. One PS2 game I've been looking at getting, but if I can emulate to be better,
Oh yeah,
is Rule of Rose. If you've heard of Rule of Rose. It's like a horror survival game, 1930s.
no. Sadly,
from,
I haven't.
On PS2. But the problem with Rule of Rose, it's like £600 just to buy the disc.
What? No,
It's a very
don't buy that
expensive
disc.
game.
Yeah, don't buy that disc. That is
It is.
ridiculous.
It's like 600 quid. When you could just emulate it and then go for basically free.
To put it this way, anyone that's trying to sell your disc for that price, an old disc, that
Yeah.
ain't worth it. That ain't worth anything.
No.
Especially with all
It's
the
true. I've
archive
got-
technology these days. We have a lot
It's
of...
like I've got some old game
yeah,
media stuff, like even going back to like Master System and cartridges.
yeah,
One of them I have is like worth £180, which is Alex Kidd in
Yeah.
Miracle World.
yeah.
But nowadays you can emulate that.
Yeah,
But
I'll have
it's
to
nice
show
to
you-
have the
whoop.
physical media if you get it cheap. But
yeah, these days, you're pretty
for
much
some
lucky
stuff
if you can
nowadays
get...
is expensive.
You're pretty much lucky if you can get a game cartridge, working condition, and the console, working condition,
Yeah.
and have them both working, as well as for the fact for a lot of people like me, I would have to get a capture card that would be compatible with those older style systems, which it
Yeah.
can get quite expensive. Especially if you want one that doesn't have latency like the one I purchased a while back.
Yeah.
They cost anywhere from $200 upwards for a decent capture card.
Yeah.
It's just easier
Like
overall
currently how I
to get a PC to run the game.
emulate it, yeah.
Yeah, it's, for instance, I've known people to emulate almost any game from any system, even up to modern systems. It's doable. You just gotta know where to look and what to do. And also have semi-decent computer. Like, for instance, the computer I've currently got outdoes PS2 games. Oh no, not PS2. It outdoes PS3 when it comes to the actual games. Oh. He fell off. Had a good fall.
Yeah, that's a bad place to go.
Yep. By the way, there's more to this place over here. This place is huge. Just to let you know. Yeah, this world is literally a giant, yeah. Gadgetron. This whole world is literally the entire map from the PS2 game. The entire one.
Yeah.
The,
It's like, oh, they fit in the whole world.
yeah, the fact that they actually managed to fit an entire PS2 world into VR chat just shows you how limited they were in size for the system at the time. You can play PS2
Speaking
games.
of which, I wonder if...
Hmm?
I wonder if Hit and Run is in VR chat. The Hit and Run...
I have
Ah.
seen it in here, but it was a very terrible one.
Ah,
It wasn't that
because that'll
good.
be a good one if it's... not.
Video seems to show an Ohio train 20 miles before derailing. Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. The bad thing about that derailing is... there's media and everything's not really talking about it. It's just people in the area talking about it.
I don't really watch the news these days. put it that way. I
Yeah.
get most of my news through other people showing me what they're seeing. Like, put it this way.
Yeah, I
With
don't
all
really
the stuff
watch
going,
news here.
barely if any kind of news I do get is weather, but you can just Google current weather in current location and you can get weather like that. You don't even have to go to a news website for that anymore. Heck, I actually have a website that updates live a satellite feed that shows like a 24-hour image of what is the cloud movement, weather patterns, everything. I can now just go click, look, okay, that's what the weather's going to look like for the next few days. So, I think a lot of people,
most of my weather, I just look on the phone.
yeah, you can just Google it.
Yeah.
One thing I find interesting is, with the advent of everyone having cameras, everyone's technically a reporter and a news person. You just can then look at what they're showing you and then fact check it to see if what they're saying is true. And if they're showing you video, that makes it a lot more easier because, well, they can show you, oh, this thing's happening over there. Like, this train derailed. Pretty basic. Honestly, news companies are kind of a dying breed when you think about it, because all they're doing is just rehashing these exact things. Like, heck, there are literally
And then
YouTube...
even more dying breed is newspapers. Like,
I know.
who really reads a newspaper in 2023? Apart from
I
old people. But they're the only people who read newspapers.
The only times I've actually ever picked up newspapers is to use them in the firebox at our house for getting the fire going. No joke.
Ah.
That's basically all I've used them for, or that or for packing stuff. Like, say you got glassware that you don't want to break,
Yeah.
you wrap it in newspaper. That's about the uses that I can think of it for the most part, other than making paper mache. Yeah.
Or the CRTs, because I'm actually planning to get a CRT at some point
Ooh.
for some
Neat.
retro stuff.
Neat.
Because some retro stuff like light gun games only
They
work on the
work
old
on-
CRTs.
That's the only thing I think that you could, unless someone makes a modernized system that uses a modernized version of a light gun, similar to what the Wii has. Remember the old Wii console that had the light?
Technically, technically you can get them to work on a modern TV, but you have to modify the light gun to work infrared. And the problem with
Exactly.
doing that is it leaves dead pixels on your screen.
Oh!
So it completely just destroys your screen.
Noted. Infrared laser bad for TV.
Yeah.
I remember the story of kids going up to TV. I've literally seen a kid go up to a TV with a magnet and just go poop on it and just destroyed the TV, because back in the day, magnets screwed with TVs. It destroyed them.
Yeah, but there's a magnetation coil on them.
Yep. Oh.
The only thing that's fun with old TVs, though, is the static you get off the screen. Off the cathode ray tube.
Oh, I remember my sticking my face up
But
against
you
one
get
of
a
those things.
static off those.
Yeah, I remember it was like little static off of them. Cats. I remember one of the cats that we had would rub up against the screen, and it would just, you'd see the hair just stick to the screen. Like, it's like people. It's like that one person who likes to annoy their cat by taking a balloon, rubbing it on their head, and sticking it to their cat. It just sticks to them. That's something I'm going to have to do before I go to the con. Buy a pack of balloons and save them for the con.
Oh, and stick it to fursuiters.
Yeah, inflate one up. Rub. Dunk. They just have the balloon just go dunk to their fur. That's something I want to actually test out. A bit of fur science, as you could say. That's definitely something.
But if you do on a protogen, I think it will probably corrupt it. Probably.
Yeah. Jeepers Creepers have been streaming for 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 59 seconds. That's a lot of time, folks.
Yeah.
We'll stream for a bit more, I think, and then we'll do something else. I think I'll then end the stream after a bit. Yeah. But yeah, this world is one of those PS2 games I used to play when I was a kid. I actually used to have...
Didn't really get into Ratchet and Clank. I got into like stuff like Sonic and Simpsons Hit and Run and that kind of stuff as a kid.
Oh, yeah. I was able to play a lot of the PS2 games when I was getting it running. I might have to reinstall my PS3 emulator because it's giving me a few errors. Maybe just an issue if it's save state, because I had it installed on this PC before I did an update on my hardware. I upgraded my graphics card, so I'm guessing it's not quite figured out that I've got a different graphics card in there. And reinstalling it does tend to refresh all the instances. It just means I have to reinstall the games in the PS3 emulator and then reinstall the BIOS. Normally that fixes a lot of issues with these sorts of things. Yeah.
I mean, I do have a PS3, but I might eventually sell that because... problem with recording PS3 stuff with capture card, it doesn't like HDMI.
Yeah.
So you have to do it AV. Because when you're on the PS3, Sony thought it was a good idea to make the HDMI HDCP.
Oh!
So you can't turn it off. So it'll just lock you out of HDMI when you try and record it.
Yeah. For those that don't know, HCTP is a silly system that people thought was a smart idea. It's essentially copyright for movies, etc. They didn't think that that consoles that use HDMI would actually work properly when people were streaming their games that they legitimately purchased, and you can legally do that because, well, right now I'm literally streaming a game I own.
Yeah.
The problem is, people already found out you could bypass it.
Yeah.
It's a matter of using a capture card, a digital splitter, and a different TV connected into the same system. I won't go into the details of how, but there's heaps of information on how to do it.
Fortunately, it's only the PS3 that has that issue.
Oh,
because PS4, PS5, you can turn it off.
Ah, yeah.
So you're able to record it. But it's only PS3 they've built it in.
Huh? Yeah.
I might sell it and then get an original Xbox because...
Oh, the OG
I've got
Xbox.
some games, original Xbox One, yeah.
You can mod those things quite well, too.
I know.
Yeah.
So I've got some games that are not compatible with 360 or Xbox One.
Ah, yeah.
With the original Xbox games, as most of them are.
There is
a couple of them that are not compatible.
There is also an emulator for Xbox One. I don't know much about it because I've never used it. But it might be something to look into if you can't find a cheap Xbox One in good enough nick. And hello, Delint. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah. Because one thing you have to watch with the original Xbox is the OG one is you have to find one that's a late date model because the early models have what's called a time BIOS capacitor.
Oh!
And then when them fail and leak, it rots the motherboard.
Yep, it cooks it.
So it's better to do on one of the later models, like an 05 or so.
better
and then
quality.
it won't have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. If someone
Because the
does
early ones only have that
restoration,
issue.
you may be lucky that they might have removed it and replaced it with something better.
Yeah, you can. You can replace it with a newer capacitor that solves the problem. Or some people replace it with a BIOS battery like you get out of a PC.
Yeah, BIOS batteries.
And that works just as good.
I've seen people.
There's a BIOS capacitors are bad. They end up just melting and destroying the board.
Yeah, they just corrode everything. Kind of like if someone put a pile of salt on the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been 2 hours of streaming. Holy moly. Thank you for watching, everyone. It was fun and brilliant to see all here. Like, seriously, it's always nice to see you all watching. I'm going to be turning off the stream now because I've had a long stream. Now I'm getting bonked by this adorable bean. Yeah. I hope you all had a brilliant time watching today's stream. And also, I hope you have a brilliant day. And I will see you soon enough in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all the fancy stuff that I have in my descriptions below. And also, maybe check out some of the other channels that I have pinned up there as well. Have a brilliant day. See you all around. Bye. Bye.